Coach, a quick two-part question. One, the challenges presented at LSU. I think they're expecting probably a sellout at that game. And then one about the press that you showed against UConn. I know that depends on personnel and matchups, but it looked like it could be pretty effective at times. Is that something you would like to see maybe your team be able to do a little bit more going forward?
Yeah, so obviously the challenge is down there. It will be a great environment. There'll be a lot of excitement. It'll be loud. Hopefully we take that for what it is, and enjoy playing in those type of environments. And then as far as the press is concerned, yeah, it's something that we've worked on throughout the year. Hopefully we can continue to practice it and throw it out in games and find more confidence with it. I thought we did a good job, late in the game running that press. So I definitely think it's something that we can utilize.
Go next to Cora.
Kelly, Thursday was a big game, big environment. Monday is going to be kind of much of the same, where you're going to have a hostile environment. It's a very big game. What did you take away the most from the way your team kind of handled that, and how you want to see them attack Monday's game and approach another, big game, big implications?
Well, I think, again, we talked about, in terms of the basketball piece, just the details, and the details mattering every single possession. And I think that's where we've got to go, take our team to another level. I think they understand that. In terms of how we handled the game, I thought, getting this one under our belt's good. The people that have played in this game played in that game before, understand the environment. I think that will only help us moving forward. We've had some people that, just haven't been in that game. And that's okay. That's an experience that will be good for them now moving forward.
Maria.
Sorry, I needed to unmute. Coach, a lot of emotion in that game. Obviously, a lot of up and down, some high moments, some low moments. Have you had time to get your team back together? Sort of where are they at right now as y'all sort of refocus and get right back into SEC play?
Well, the one thing scheduling wise that I do not like is an off day falling right after a loss. That's never fun. I know for me, I have to stew in it a little bit longer than I would like to. So we will go to practice here in a little bit, but we haven't seen them officially since the game.
Cora.
Well, then I guess kind of to go right off of that, when you see them today, see them in practice, what are you looking for the most in, their response and how they're handling moving forward and approaching the next game?
Yeah, I want to see them really attack practice, and we're going to talk about a few specific things. Our sprinting in transition on both ends of the court. We're going to talk about our communication, talk about our execution. We're going to talk about our defense and our system, and just having an urgency there. We're going to talk about nothing a big overhaul, but it's just going back and making sure we do what we're supposed to do. We'll make sure that it will be a challenging practice, because they need that and they want that. We'll watch a little film first just to get us in the right mindset, and then go out and give them a chance to kind of have some closure from that UConn game.
Maria.
Coach, Jillian had, again, one of her better games as a Lady Vol. Her ceiling I'm not even sure what her ceiling could even be this season. Where is she at, and how much better can she get this season?
Well, I'll tell you what, that was probably one of the most exciting things to come out of that game. I thought she played well in a big time environment against, a big time team. That, in terms of Jillian, probably the most disappointing thing was we didn't give her the ball enough. There were some times that she needed those touches and we just missed her. So I think that's good for her. It's good for our team. You know, she's skilled with size, and, you know, love to see that competitiveness come out in her. And I think we can really, really grow from this. I'm really excited about how she played.
Cora.
UConn's perimeter shooting was a bit of an issue, and I know that they have an incredible shooter in Lou Lopez Seneschal, but LSU has some shooters too that can stretch the floor. How are you kind of approaching that, and what do you want to see better on Monday?
Yeah, I think you've got two great teams that are polar opposites on how they approach the game. And you know, this is just another moment of you can do it a lot of different ways. And you know, they shoot the three very well percentage wise. They don't take as many outside shots. They take great shots. And you know, they'll want to get the ball inside. They want to run in transition. So there are similarities, but their approach is different, in my opinion. We have to be great defensively. There's no doubt about it. We've got to continue to fight in those areas. And, you know, whether that's our one-on-one defense, our ball screen defense, our post defense, we all have to be better.
Casey.
Coach, I know you talked after the game about Jordan Horston's ability on the court, and obviously with putting up 27 points, that's pretty impressive, but her mental side just seems to be so locked in. Do you think that you see that kind of reflecting on the other players as well, and like her vibe on the court portraying onto other players?
Yeah, Jordan is really competitive. I think you could see that. You know, she's been in this game, and I think she understands the feel and the vibe, and really rose to the occasion on Thursday. I do think our team kind of follows her lead. I think whatever mindset she's in is what they're going with. And you know, that's you know you're going to get that competitiveness from her. And you know, that want to was definitely there.
Cora.
Kelly, I know you don't really pay attention to outside things and outside noise, but Kim Mulkey said in her press conference that because you guys were picked number 2 in the preseason poll, that LSU isn't supposed to beat you. So I wasn't sure what you made of that comment of her saying the number 3 team in the country shouldn't beat you guys because of a preseason poll.
Interesting take. But
Maria.
Staying in the SEC with Cora, I mean, the timing of the Tennessee UConn game is always at its right, typically in January, and then you got to get right back into SEC play. Are you reminding your team that this is what really matters right now? I mean, you're still 8-0 in the conference. You're fighting for the top of the conference seeding. Do you sort of remind your team that was a good learning experience with UConn, but you know, let's get back focused on the conference that we play in?
yeah, you know, I'm sure we'll have those talks. I don't think we have to. I think our team knows that. I think our team has, you know, I think they've shown up. They've been focused. They've done what they need to do. So, you know, we'll have those talks, and then we'll just kind of gauge where they're at and then go from there. If we've got to sit them down and have a, you know, draw it out, spell it out for them, we can do that. But we'll also just really see where we're at right now with this film session, and then with our practice today. I expect they'll be where we want them mentally, because they've mostly been there all year long. They've rebounded well from adversity. So, you know, we'll look at that as the same. And if we'll make sure they're getting what they need from us in terms of motivation and you know, focus.
And we'll take our final question from Cora.
We haven't even really mentioned Angel Reese yet, but I mean, that's obviously kind of top priority as you go to Baton Rouge. What's it gonna take from your team defensively to slow her down and, you know, not let her kind of feast on the offensive boards?
She's a handful. She's playing great. She does a terrific job of finding the ball, or the ball finds her. They do a wonderful job looking for her, and she does a great job of getting good position, not just in their offense, but in particular on the boards. She's very strong. She has a knack for the ball, and she's long. We're not going to be able to shut her down on that, in that category, but just got to try to make things very difficult for her. The other thing that she does tremendously well is get to the free throw line. She draws fouls, with just the way she moves with her body, the way she's just strong, the way she gets those offensive boards, gets you in bad position, and then you foul, even if it's accidental. So she's going to be a handful. She's been that way all year, though. Everyone's had a difficult time trying to slow her down.
Thanks everyone for joining us this morning.
Thank you, guys.